Hey guys, welcome back. And as always, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Lucas, is this the video where you're gonna teach me how to make enough money so I can leave my wife and kids, get on a flight to Bali, and sip on coconuts with bikini models under a palm tree? Well, not in this video. This is not what this video is about, but close enough, because today I'm gonna tell you kind of the things, the lessons that I learned after making $100,000 in sales, you know, disclaimer, over the past couple months on Walmart. And I'm making it because obviously a lot has changed. It's still a pretty new platform for people to sell on. It's still a pretty new platform for dropshipping specifically. And so if you sell on Walmart or you're considering to sell on Walmart, I'm positive that this video will be super helpful for you. I'm gonna address a lot of misconception. I'm gonna address my personal experience. And at the very end, I'm gonna break down the profit as well, because, you know, I know that's what everybody's waiting for anyway. Here's a couple of lessons I learned while dropshipping $100,000 worth of products as a Walmart seller. Most importantly, I'll talk about if Amazon is still a good supplier to use, if you can get away with dropshipping from Amazon. So make sure you stick around because you don't want to miss this. First thing I want to address is the Pro Seller Badge. Now, it is not difficult to get the Pro Seller Badge even as a dropshipper, even when you're using Amazon as your supplier. Here's what the badge looks like. It's kind of cool to have it. It's good to see that you're a pro seller. However, from my experience, it does not increase your sales. There might be a small advantage to the trust factor if somebody's actually checking out who they're purchasing from. The Pro Seller Badge should definitely add a bit more confidence to your name, but other than that, I have not noticed any significant increase in sales. In fact, here's where I got the Pro Seller Badge, and as you can see, there's not been any significant increase. The number of listings stayed the same. I have taken some off, but those were listings that were not selling anyway, so that would not make any difference to the sales. Now, second really spicy topic on Walmart is lost after delivery cases. Now, that's a big problem, and I've been dropshipping on probably every platform that you can think of, and nowhere is as bad as on Walmart. I've been selling on Walmart since February, and it's been just getting worse with time. From my personal experience, I've been selling pretty much about the same amount of items, and I'm just getting more LADs as time progresses. So that's definitely a big issue, because at the beginning when I started selling, it was like February, March, Walmart would actually cover the costs themselves, but then in the name of protecting sellers, they actually stopped doing that. So now the sellers, the protected sellers, actually need to eat up the loss, which is annoying, especially when you cannot ask your suppliers to take proof of delivery in terms of a photo or a signature upon receipt. Now, depending on your supplier, this may or may not be the issue, but if you're doing the regular retail arbitrage model, which is how I made this $100,000 in sales, you don't really have any say as to what shipping method your supplier is going to use. So yeah, it's a big problem, and at this point, I don't trust any customer on Walmart because of this. It's giving me trauma, because it's hard to see that, you sell the same amount of items on Amazon, the same amount of items on eBay, and the same amount of items on Walmart, but on Walmart, magically, a double the amount of people didn't receive their packages compared to the other platforms, or even more. Like, the LADs are really rampant, and it is a big issue. This is something that you'll definitely run into as a Walmart seller. Third point, kind of retail arbitrage. Now, this is the big topic, because obviously my sales were generated by dropshipping Amazon items onto Walmart. I'm not suspended. My ODR is pretty low. It went from 100%, or actually even more than 100%, to now 7. The reason why I started with 100% ODR is because when I set up my Walmart account, I think I uploaded one item that randomly sold, but I did not receive any email notifications. I did not have any software connected at the time, so obviously I did not acknowledge the order. Eventually it got canceled, and I had a 100% ODR for quite a while. But even despite this, I'm still dropshipping Amazon items onto Walmart. It took me a lot of time to figure out the processes and the listings I'm willing to list, and the way I handle TBA trackings. I have it down to a science. I'm not using any automated services, because no automated services can essentially finesse the system the way I do myself. So can you still do retail arbitrage on Walmart? Well, yes you can, but here is why you might really want to consider not doing it. And the main difference is when you get suspended on Walmart for dropshipping from Amazon or other marketplaces, you cannot get your account back. Once you get suspended for dropshipping Amazon items on Walmart, there is no turning back. You're done, the account is burned, the LLC info is burned, and you need to kind of start over. So yeah, it is doable, but if you get caught, which you might if you don't know what you're doing, it might cost you your account, it might cost you your LLC info, and if you want to get back on Walmart, you'll have to start from square one again. Fourth point are ghost orders. What I mean by that is sometimes you'll get an email notification that you need to acknowledge an order, but when you go to Seller Center on Walmart, the order is simply not there, or if it is there, it shows as pending and you cannot open it and you cannot get the order information. Eventually, the order will resurface, but this can take 1 week, 2 weeks, or even 3 weeks from my personal experience. And what happens when the order resurfaces, it's gonna be in your past due orders, which means that you were supposed to fulfill it 3 weeks ago, even though the system fully gave you the information about the order today, for example. So you need to stay on top of your email, you need to stay on top of your dashboard, and anytime you see a discrepancy, make sure to open a case with Walmart support. They're aware of this issue, but it might damage your ODR, your metrics, if you don't reach out to them and let them know that this happened with your order. After submitting a couple of these, essentially they told me that, just keep track of every order that you think is problematic, and then if your account goes under review, we're gonna consider the amount of orders that could have damaged your account. To me, it sounds like this could be an easy fix, but again, I don't know how complex their system is. I've been told that they're working on it, but again, I thought I should put this into this video for everybody to be aware. My fifth point is about saturation. When I started selling on Walmart in February, the marketplace was a lot less saturated. And I'm just talking about retail arbitrage, Amazon to Walmart. And I'm saying this to say that the 40% margins that you heard about, late last year and beginning of this year, you still hear about them now, but they're no longer there. So unless your style is big volume of sales and tiny profit margin, I think you're gonna have a big reality check if you're going into Walmart dropshipping and expect 40% margins. You can still get them occasionally, sure, but just be aware that saturation is increasing dramatically and the margins are decreasing dramatically following the saturation. Again, the key takeaway here is do not trust 40% profit margins as the standard. That is no longer the case and probably never will be again. Now, number 6, let's talk about Amazon. Is Amazon a good supplier for Walmart dropshipping? Well, as you can see, I've done $100,000 in sales since February over the last couple of months. In my opinion, it is still the easiest, the most accessible supplier, and about every single tool for Walmart dropshipping is kind of going that direction. That's because there is the demand, people want to use Amazon and people will use Amazon. So all these software companies are catering to that demand. So can you do this and can you not get caught? Absolutely. Now, are you likely to get caught? I'm gonna say if you don't know what you're doing, the likelihood of you getting caught is rather high. But over the last couple of months of dropshipping Amazon items to Walmart, I think I figured out the right set of processes that will allow you to stay under the radar and not get caught. However, if you want to use Amazon and you don't know what you're doing, just know that the risk of losing your account is dramatically higher. And the reason why it matters, again, is if you do lose your account because of this violation, you will not be able to get your account back. And that's the biggest differentiator between dropshipping Amazon items on Walmart versus dropshipping Walmart items on Amazon. So just keep this in mind. Point number 7 is automation. Is Walmart automation the right thing to do? I actually get some questions here and there from people asking me if they should invest into Walmart automation, which usually means that you pay somebody a flat fee plus a percentage of sales or profit in exchange for running your dropshipping store. Now, because Walmart is still so new, I see the appeal, but I wouldn't do it. I probably wouldn't do Amazon automation either, as long as they're using retailers. That to me would be a major red flag and a big sign that people that are doing automation services on Walmart are just trying to grab your money and run. Some of the automation fees are ridiculous, and if you're willing to pay somebody $20,000 as a flat sign-up fee, please don't do it. Just send it to me and I'll provide you a lot more content over the next couple of years that you'll appreciate. Personally, I wouldn't do it, and I would only consider an automation service only if the company promises to follow all Walmart's policies and are not gonna use retailers as their suppliers. That would be my #1 request. My point number 8 is paying somebody to open your Walmart account. Is that a good idea? Absolutely not. Opening a Walmart account may be difficult, but you can definitely do this by yourself, because at this point there is so many people and so many posts and so many threads with answers as to how to apply, what are the best practices. You also have videos covering this topic, but again, that's just my opinion. If you offer me $2,000 to open up your account, I'll gladly accept. Just reach out to me on Instagram. You can PayPal me $2,000 and I'll put my VA right on it. And now let's talk about the money. When I started dropshipping in February, my average net profit margin was 16%. But even in February, my profit margins were not the greatest. For example, if you watch my other videos, you know that on eBay I averaged 20 to 21%, and I also do Amazon to eBay. I was averaging 15 to 16% all the way to April, and then in May it kind of decreased to 13% average, and then June, July and August, and in August we're down to 10%. I want to remind you that it's net profit margin and it accounts for almost full tax exemption and 5% cashback on Amazon. So yeah, the 40% margins are not really there. Now I cut this out, but in the last couple of minutes I was calculating how much money I've actually made on this Walmart account, and I came to a number of $13,500 over the last couple of months selling on this Walmart account. So as we're hitting $100,000, this would be about 13% on average. Also, I did not dropship the full February, and now is the 6th of August, so I'm just gonna account for March to end of July. And we're talking 5 months of work. So if you average it out, we're talking about $2,700 per month in net profit. So yeah, can you do this full time? I don't think so. It's up to you. But can you do this on top of dropshipping on other marketplaces? Absolutely. It is not that hard to manage. It is not that hard to put together. So yes, if somebody's doing this full time and tries to list the entire Amazon catalog onto Walmart, obviously you may see dramatically different results, but keep in mind that the more you scale, the more issues you'll run into and the more likely you are to lose your account. I'm always happy in the middle, not worrying about losing my accounts, getting the cash that comes in every single month. That's where I'm comfortable with retail arbitrage. Me personally, I'll be going more into the wholesale direction, and I'll be making more videos about that coming up soon.
I'm out of here.